Okay, so I'm going to do this really quick bonus recording for you. So we're going to actually go really deep into this in another session, but I wanted you to just have this that you could access it whenever you're feeling the need. So this is going to be specifically on tapping on overwhelm. So the thing about overwhelm is that actually, if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's actually kind of a good sign, because what can happen if you're not taking action, if you don't have a goal, you can kind of be avoiding and just not really thinking about what you need to do. But as soon as you set a big goal and you're excited about it, then you start to actually realize everything you have to do. And when you start to think about all the things you have to do, that's when overwhelm sets in. So, like I said, if you have overwhelm, it's sort of a good sign. But we obviously don't want to stay in overwhelm, because when you're feeling overwhelmed, like if you feel like, okay, I have to do this and I have to do that. If you're feeling like, oh my God, there's so much to do, then you're kind of spinning in your head. You kind of have this like frantic, like anxious energy. It's like unfocused, it's scattered, spinning thoughts. And this can have a massive negative impact on your ability to be grounded, focus, and take effective, efficient, and inspired action. So every bit that you're in overwhelm, it's actually part of the stress response, right? Because you're thinking of the things you have to do and you're having an automatic response in your body. So every bit that you're in overwhelm, you're out of your powerful, grounded, focused presence, right? Instead, you're in your head, right? And when you're in your head, you're going to be less effective, less efficient, less smart, less brilliant, and have less access to inspired and brilliant ideas. So overwhelm can be incredibly expensive and time wasting for every every minute or amount of time that you're overwhelmed. Okay, so we're going to do a really quick process here. So what I want you to do, before I do that, I want to just also say that, first of all, overwhelm is a very natural process. So like I said, it's kind of a good sign. It's really not, you don't want it, but it means you're taking action. But it's very, very common. Even the most like high achievers, most successful people can get into overwhelm. They're just really quick to be able to recognize it and then get out of it, let it go. But it's very, very common. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, something's wrong with me and if I get overwhelmed. No, it's just something that happens to the best of us when we have a big goal that we want to reach. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and just take a deep breath. Just feel the chair that you're sitting on and take another deep breath in. And then I want you to see a movie screen in your mind. Okay. And on this movie screen, you're seeing yourself kind of recently, like you're at your home office or wherever it is that you do your work for your business. Maybe it was last week, maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was this morning, and you're just thinking about your goals. You see yourself there sitting at a table or a desk, and you're just thinking, you see yourself thinking, and maybe you see the little bubble, and you're thinking about your goals. And what we're trying to see is what's happening right now in your system as it comes to the goals and the steps that you have to take to keep you on track. And so what I want you to do is tune into, even if it's just a little bit of overwhelm, I want you to tune into any amount of overwhelm, okay? And I want you to kind of see it and feel it, okay? So you're seeing yourself at your desk, your home office, wherever it is that you do work, and you're imagining that surrounding you are like a bunch of images of all the tasks that you need to do, all the things you need to get done. Maybe there are stacks on your desk. Maybe they're kind of floating around you. And there's also, in this visualization, there's a floating sign, black and white, in front of you with your goal on it. It's your goal for your income and impact, and you're just seeing all of the things that you need to do. And maybe there's some things that you don't know how to do because you haven't done them yet. Maybe there's question marks representing unknown steps that aren't very clear. You know you have to do something, but it's not defined like step by step. And I just want you to let all of that be around you. Because really it is, right? You're sitting there at home alone and you're trying to get started on your work. And just take a breath and just look at what you're seeing. And then open your eyes, and I want you to jot down everything that came up for you. And include, how did you look in this picture? How did your face look? How did your energy look and feel? What was your stress level like? On a scale from 1 to 10, if 10 is extremely stressed out, what's your stress level? And how would you describe the energy, the way it's moving in your system? Is it scattered or frenetic or spinning? And if there was something that you were saying over and over out loud in your head to yourself, like, I have so much to do, or I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm way behind, what would you guess that it is? What is that, like in this version of you, in that vision that you just had, what is rolling through your head? And how much stress are you putting on yourself? Do you feel like you need to get it all done and do it right and perfectly? Or maybe you have to do it really quickly. Okay. And I want you to just feel all of the emotions that are associated with all of this. And then we're going to do some tapping on it. Okay. And I want you to just kind of let that sink in, because this is just like your basic amount of stress, anxiety, overwhelm associated with the things you need to do, right? So how much is that costing you to be walking around with that? So now we're going to do a round of tapping. There I am. So overwhelmed. So much to do. All swirling around me. Where do I even get started? What's the right thing to do? What do I do first? It's all spinning around me. Spinning around my head. And it stresses me out. It is overwhelming. And I want to do it all right. I want to do things right the first time. And there's just so much. And some things I'm unsure about. What if I can't do it? What if I screw up and make a mistake? What if I look stupid or embarrass myself? And being honest, it's a lot of pressure. And it really is all on me. Sometimes it feels like there's so much at stake. All these tasks swirling around me. So much to do. And I already feel behind. So much to do. And I'm spinning. Feeling stressed. Resistance in my body. There must be, because I feel stuck. I am not getting enough done. Sometimes my thoughts are even racing. Other times I'm just internally stressing. All the energy rushing to my head and spinning around, making it hard to focus. All the stress in my body. All the pressure from my goals. And the pressure I put on myself to do things right the first time. All the pressure I put on myself to get it all done. And I'm just going to honor that. And honor the stress response in my mind and body. The stress response that's scattering my focus and draining my power to take action. Okay, and take a deep breath. And then close your eyes. And I want you to see that picture again. And now how do you look? How okay, it's still hot, went higher than I would recommend before. Okay, before they start to come down. Okay. All right. All right. So, and if there's one like little sticky thing that like really feels like it was like standing out and like me, like that's me, then just remember that, or like specifically just keep tapping on that over and over and over. Okay. And I just want you to come back to this whenever you're feeling overwhelmed. And like I said, we will go much deeper into a full session on this and why it comes up and everything like that. Okay. And we're going to just do one more round of tapping here. There I am. I recognize that I've actually felt overwhelmed because there is so much to do. And it has been swirling around me. My head spinning with questions and anxious energy. All the ways that I get overwhelmed. And the extra pressure I put on myself. And all the big things I want to do. And how fast and perfectly I want to get them done. It really is a lot. A lot of external and internal pressure. And that energy spins around in my head. Makes my thoughts and focus more scattered. Which makes me less effective. Robs me of my energy to act. So I'm shifting my energy now. Back down into my body. Back down into my core. Where I am more powerful. More grounded and focused. When I'm in my body, in my core, I'm actually more brilliant, more clear, more focused, more enthusiastic. I have access to more courage and more inspired ideas. Okay, and take a deep breath. And then I want you to just put your hands on your heart and see if you feel a difference. And then I would love for you to share your experience in the Facebook group and really share what was coming up for you, how you felt, what the energy was like, and what your intensity was on a scale from 1 to 10 at the beginning, and then after the tapping. And then I'll see you soon. Bye.